Hi, I'm Colleen Stanley, President and Founder of Sales Leadership, and this tip is for all the hardworking sales managers out there. How many of you have ever experienced this scenario? You've invested a lot of time in training and coaching a sales representative. When they're in the role play or they're in the coaching session, they can actually say, do, and execute the sales skill. And then they get in front of the prospect and they buckle. And all that training and coaching goes out the window. Our tip today is take a look at some soft skills that can impact hard sales results. We're talking about emotional intelligence. And this is pretty new in the sales world. We're one of the few training firms wrapping around the consultative sales process. For this reason, we find that if you're missing some of these emotional intelligence soft skills, it can impact the results. We call it the knowing and doing gap. Let me give you a couple of examples of emotional intelligence skills. Assertiveness. Now, many sales managers spend a lot of time, invest a lot of time in teaching their sales reps how to set agreements, next steps, not get in chase mode. And the salesperson can actually verbally say the skill. But they get in front of that prospect, and let's say the prospect's a little tough. They're better at the buying position than they are at the selling position, and they don't set that firm agreement for next steps, or they don't set a next step to meet with all the buying influences. It no longer has anything to do with selling skills. It has everything to do with a lack of assertiveness. For sales managers, my tip today is make sure you're working at the right end of the problem. Coach on assertiveness versus next step skill training. Here's another area, something we call in emotional intelligence impulse control or delayed gratification. How many of you have taught your team not to present the solution too soon? How many of you have said you need to ask questions to understand the need, probe, listen? And the salesperson gets in front of the prospect. The prospect throws out a buying signal. We need this. We're having a problem with this. And all of a sudden that salesperson is going down the solution path instead of the questioning path. What you may need to coach the salesperson on is impulse control. Control the impulse to present your solution. Control the impulse to charge into helping the prospect fix the problem. Again, this may not be a questioning skill problem. It may be everything to teaching the person to be aware of how they react to when they hear a buying signal. That's the essence of emotional intelligence. It's really having your sales team become aware of what stimuli causes them to react in a certain way. And in some cases, the reaction may be good. In some cases, it may not. So make sure that you're wrapping soft skills around your hardcore sales training skills. It will make a difference in your sales results. Thanks for joining us today.